Sorry about that. I was taking a look at my camera before I started, and boy, did that thing look messy. So this is me kind of showing off. We have gotten a little obsessed with Bismuth over here, and I haven't got to do a whole lot with it yet. But we made the bucket foundry. Check it out. This was finished a couple days ago, and no, I did not make it nearly as pretty as the fella on King of Random. And you can see that, we did take advantage of using it as a place to toast hot dogs. I did put the hole, not the pipe, and that's deliberate on my part. My kids are going to make their own foundry for higher temperatures, but I want bismuth, so I need stovetop temperatures. And you should let the King of Random describe his own foundry to you. However, this was kind of the fun part in that I have my crucible picked out for the bismuth, and I'd made up a lid, but I really wanted the crucible lid to fit right here. And what we're going to do here in the middle, where you see I've already poked out some of this, is drill a hole the rest of the way. And the functioning of this, I'll show it off probably tomorrow when we get our bismuth. But anyway, I wanted to be able to sit my thing here, and I wanted to maybe even be able to set anything else up here to allow for a cooling warmer cooling temp, so it would cool at a lower rate. This is the lid that goes on top of this handy dandy bucket foundry. But anyway, this is the lid part 2, and part 1 was prettier but not as thick. Also, it did not fit my crucible here. So what we did actually is I ran it by Grandpa Bear, which is what we do. And he made the suggestion that, one, I just go ahead and break it and start over. So I thought the brat would have fun with that, and he most certainly did. It got smashed. But what else he suggested was to just save pieces. So one of the reasons that this isn't as pretty as I would like is because it is absolutely packed with pieces of the old foundry lid. I used very few. I used a very small amount of plaster Paris to get it the rest of the way. Also, I should have brought it out, but I had made the mistake of getting the original lid trapped inside a pie pan, which was not ideal. See, oh, here we go. Look, there's a piece of the original. So I guess this could look better. The thing is that the plaster Paris under the high temperatures generally isn't expected to last a super long time as is. I think I wanted it a little bit more sturdy than this. Should I go back and do it again, I would probably put the plaster Paris in the bottom and then coat the top and not expect for it to go down as quickly as it could. It set up a lot faster than I was expecting, which was pleasant. I had never worked with plaster Paris until last Sunday, when somebody had sent me this foundry idea, because we're currently obsessed with bismuth. And I really wanted to be able to do it outside, not inside. But I really just need the top temperatures. So this should suit my purposes. But what I did when I got this stuck in my pie pan was a little distressing. I had to pass it off on the kid to get it out, and he was able to bang it out pretty easy. However, I was advised it's best to go ahead and line it with some aluminum foil or something. I think anything would work. This doesn't really seem to want to stick any worse than I would expect it to be able to come off where the thing lined. This big mess. But yeah, what we're gonna do and what you'll see tomorrow is we're gonna cut a hole here, get the burnables off. Please make sure you check out the King of Randoms. His looks great. I wasn't going for looks. I just wanted the job done. And the other thing that was important to me, I loved his idea of adding the hooks here, but was to make sure that we had them directly across from each other, because my intention is to take a pipe and put it through here to be able to lift it off the foundry. But I also want to take advantage of this heat up here when we're letting the bismuth cool, so we get the larger crystals. And I just really thought that saving the pieces and reusing it was definitely worth taking a look at if you care about how this stuff looks. I know it's going to break so eventually, so I don't really care all that much. The materials cost is really low, and the stuff that I need, I'm going to be able to have over and over again. So my hooks here, one-time purchase. The plaster Paris and sand, not so much. My bucket here, one-time purchase. Plaster Paris and sand, same thing. Probably going to be reusing some of that, which is really super cool. And it'll certainly look better this time around. You know, I'll be mindful of what I want. But like I said, the first my first go on the lid, it was fabulous and cute and adorable and all of those things. But my crucible needed to fit right here, and it just wouldn't. And you'll see even this sits out to the side just a little bit because I wanted to get it just right, to allow for my crystals to be just right. And so anyway, this has been a lot of fun so far. Not only have we got to toast our hot dogs, thank you, King of Random, I got to remake something. I got to learn a little bit about how to make my plaster of Paris last longer, because while it's not dirt cheap, it's definitely not expensive for how much material you get. I'm definitely planning on making another 1 or 2 of these with the bag that we got. And my kid got to do some crushing. A little bit of that ended up underneath the neighbor's car, which I was not super stoked about. But anyway, this is a really cool project, and I'm looking forward to melting down the bismuth tomorrow. So I can't wait to get that video uploaded. Anyway, I thought that was worth sharing. Thanks for tuning into YouTube. You guys have an excellent rest of your day. And stop. And stop. And stop. There we go.